In a distant land in the east, there lived a poor young man named Aladdin. He lived with his mother in a small, humble home. And though he had no job or money, Aladdin was known in the city for being clever, curious, and unexpectedly brave. He often wandered the markets, dreaming of a better life and wondering if he'd ever find his purpose in the world. One day, a mysterious man approached him in the market. He was dressed like a nobleman, with golden rings and dark eyes. The man claimed to be Aladdin's long lost uncle and offered to reward him handsomely if he helped him find a hidden treasure. Aladdin, curious and intrigued by the man's confidence and promise of riches, agreed to follow him. The man led Aladdin beyond the city limits to a strange cave. With a few strange words, the cave opened. The man pointed inside and told Aladdin to go in and bring back a small, dusty oil lamp. He warned him not to touch anything else. The cave was filled with gold, jewels, and sparkling treasures beyond Aladdin's imagination, but he kept his focus on the lamp and eventually found it, buried beneath a pile of old cloth. When he tried to climb out, the man demanded he hand him the lamp before helping him out. Sensing danger, Aladdin refused. Angry, the man revealed his true identity, a sorcerer, and sealed Aladdin inside the cave, leaving him trapped in total darkness. Afraid and desperate, Aladdin sat on the ground and began wiping the old lamp with his sleeve. To his shock, a powerful genie exploded out of it in a cloud of smoke and fire. "I am the servant of the lamp," the genie boomed. "What is your command, my master?" Aladdin, speechless, finally whispered, "Take me home." In a flash, he was back in his house with the lamp in his lap. From that moment on, Aladdin's life began to change. With the genie's magic, he was able to provide food and comfort for his mother. They no longer worried about money, and Aladdin slowly grew into a man of respect and admiration. One day, while walking through the marketplace, he saw Princess Jasmine, the daughter of the Sultan. She was graceful, kind, and radiant, and the moment their eyes met, something sparked between them. But Aladdin knew he could never marry a princess. Not like this. So, with the genie's help, Aladdin transformed into a wealthy and charming prince. He arrived at the palace with gifts of gold and precious gems. The Sultan was impressed, and soon Aladdin was invited into the royal court. Over time, Jasmine grew to admire him, not for his wealth, but for his honesty, his kindness, and his fearless heart. Eventually, they fell deeply in love. Aladdin's fame spread. He was no longer the poor boy from the streets, but a generous man loved by the people. Yet, despite all the wealth, he remained humble and never forgot where he came from. But danger was never far away. The sorcerer who had once tricked Aladdin heard of his sudden rise and realized that he must have taken the lamp. Disguised as a merchant, he came to the palace shouting, "New lamps for old! New lamps for old!" And in a twist of fate, the innocent princess, not knowing the true value of the lamp, traded it for a shiny new one. Now in possession of the magic lamp again, the sorcerer summoned the genie and stole Aladdin's palace, transporting it, and Princess Jasmine, to a distant land. When Aladdin returned and saw nothing but ruins, his heart shattered. But he didn't give up. With the help of a magical ring left behind, he called upon a lesser genie who guided him across mountains and deserts until he reached the faraway land where the sorcerer held Jasmine captive. Using his wits and courage, Aladdin confronted the sorcerer and reclaimed the lamp. In a final act of bravery, he defeated the sorcerer and rescued Jasmine, returning the palace to its original place. With peace restored, Aladdin married Jasmine, and they ruled the kingdom with fairness and compassion. He used the lamp one final time to wish for happiness and prosperity for his people. And then, with deep respect, he freed the genie from servitude forever. Aladdin's journey from poverty to power, from loneliness to love, wasn't just about magic. It was about courage, kindness, and believing in something greater than what the world sees on the surface. His story became legend, told across generations, reminding everyone that even the poorest heart can shine the brightest when guided by truth.